Great art respects the maker of the original stories. Great art respects the characters, the villains. Great art uplifts the heroes created and enhances their story. And great art respects the romance and the love stories. And that is what Star Wars Theory has done. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please feel free to like. We do likes here, do a lot of likes. Subscribe, hit the bell for more content, and share away. We share away here for the love of Star Wars, and just because it's a great community. And hope you enjoy the upcoming. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give my reaction to Star Wars Theory's Vader fan film. It was excellent, and the difference between what inspired art can do and what uninspired garbage can't do. And that is the difference between Star Wars Theory's Vader film and Disney's trash. So get ready. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As a preview video, part of the video said this is going to be about Star Wars Theory's Vader film. Yes, I have seen it, and it's the first time I've actually been able to sit down and talk about it. Been so busy, Christmas season, and it's not over yet. So anyway, I loved it. I think it's better than anything that Disney's ever done, than anything than Lucasfilm, Disney, canon could ever be. And simple reason is this: art is supposed to be inspired, to reach up, to be something beautiful and noble, to touch the human spirit, right? It's only in the last, I'd say 100 years, that certain kinds of people thought they were creative and decided they had to get into the arts and basically have turned things that should be beautiful, stories, poems, books, film, paintings, music, into something really ugly. Star Wars Theory did something purely out of a need to create something beautiful, something that honored George Lucas, honored the characters of that Lucas created, honored the fans. As a fan, he knows what we want. And that is the thing that is so cool about this. See, Vader Shards of the Past is inspired filmmaking. It's inspired storytelling. It's inspired acting. It's inspired music. It's inspired everything. Which is what Star Wars was to begin with. And when you go and watch the OT, original trilogy, and the prequels, despite the problems the prequels have, it is inspired storytelling. And this just is the same. And it is so respectful to the man who created Star Wars, the actors who are in it to begin with, that it's mind-boggling. The money, Star Wars Theory is not making a dime on this. Everything he put into this was his. Okay, it's transformational, and it's so above anything Disney's and Lucasfilm Story Group could ever dream of, because they're not fans. See, here's the deal. And I'm gonna add some other stuff to this too. I was gonna do two videos today, but I don't have time. Here's the deal. Pablo Hidalgo a while back now, years ago, was on a podcast, and in a private talk, and I believe it happened, he basically said that us old fans were going to die off. You know, what do they have, 15 to 25 years? First off, Pobs, I'm 50. My mother lived till she was 90. So guess who's going to be here for another 40 years? Okay. Right? There's an ageist element to it. He basically said what they were doing is they were going to kill the EU, bring back the characters reworked and new, and make them for a younger generation so they can indoctrinate them into Hidalgo, etc.'s Disney Lucasfilms version of Star Wars. Indoctrinate. Here's a question. Where's the artistic inspiration? All right? What they did and what they've done is they've taken the characters of Han Solo and destroyed him as a man, and then had him butchered on a catwalk like a dog by his emo douchebag loser, their idea of a villain, son. Like I said, emo dirtbag loser, which is what apparently they think makes a villain. They destroyed Leia as a woman in the EU and in the OT. She grew up. She became a woman who could take charge and still take care of her family. I see nothing wrong in that. I see nothing anti-feminist in that. But apparently, you know, Leia, as realistic as she was, wasn't good enough. Okay? So they destroyed her. Then they destroyed Luke Skywalker. They basically emasculated him and then killed him off. Every heroic deed that he did is meaningless in Lucasfilm's eyes right now. They basically destroyed everything George Lucas did, created, to build up their own characters. And that's not what art is supposed to do. It is supposed to uplift that. You're supposed to know, there's nothing noble about emasculating Han Solo and Luke Skywalker at all. There's nothing noble about destroying that romance between Han and Leia. There's nothing, okay? It's supposed to be a fairy tale. They did not do anything that they should have done, all right, because they had a political agenda. And I'm going to leave the blog, Ichibaka's blog, at the end of this in a comment so y'all can read it, okay? Because it's fascinating. And trust me, I have a lot to say about Pablo Hidalgo. But I'm not going to say it here. They did everything the opposite of what Star Wars Theory did. Star Wars Theory basically used what happened to Padme and Anakin and honored that. He honored what Lucas tried to do, okay? And it's beautiful. It's a Star Wars the fans wanted. It's a Star Wars movie I would take my kids to. I will not take my kids to Episode 9 if I had kids. I would not take my kids to, I would not let my kids see Resistance. It looks stupid, okay? Basically, you cannot trash what came ahead of, before you, to uplift something that is discount, lazy, not well written, and full of political garbage, okay? And that's what Disney and the Lucasfilm Story Group have done. And basically, Star Wars Theory has pantsed them. All right? Trust me, there are a lot of people out there that are fans that are now saying, how can we do one too? All right? We'll sign any paper. I don't want to make money on this. I just want to show you that I can do a better job than you so-called professionals, because I actually care. I actually want to make something beautiful, to respect what I grew up with, to give it to the next generation and say, this is how you become who you're going to be. These are the challenges you must meet. And if you can overcome them, you will enter your adulthood and learn from it. grow in wisdom. Become the hero. All right? That is what Luke Skywalker is about. Luke Skywalker was for everybody, okay? You know, this whole one, I don't, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, you know, I really don't see how girls can connect to Luke Skywalker. Really? Kathy? That is literally the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I don't see how anybody can anybody beyond a sociopath who can connect to Kyle Ron, the daddy butcher. How's that? Who is more the hero here? All right, Kathy, you bitch. Sorry, Star Wars Theory. I can't help it. I hate her guts. You know, Luke, who wanted to go to the academy, wanted to be a pilot, who gets thrown in with Obi-Wan after one of the droids that his uncle bought, leads him on this merry chase, meets Han Solo, discovers that his father wasn't a navigator on a spice freighter. His father was a Jedi, meets Leia, whom he later discovers is his lost twin sister, discovers not only was his father a Jedi, his father was the chosen one, and had turned to the dark side and was Darth Vader. Luke overcomes all of those monumental obstacles to not only help save the galaxy, but save his father and bring balance to the Force. Okay? What has Kyle Ron done besides whine like a bitch, break his helmet, try to seduce, I think, his sister, whom he knows is his sister, by the way, gross everybody out completely when he took off his shirt, and butcher his father like a dog on a catwalk, and almost kill his mother? But he felt bad. But he didn't call off the other fighters, did he? Did he? Did he? See? See? Right? I mean, that's lazy-ass writing. Now, I'm sure J.J. Abrams had a different idea. Wanted him to grow more in the darkness, wanted to give him some more gravitas. I'm pretty sure, I don't know how he would have done that. J.J. Abrams, despite what he thinks, has a long way to go before he actually can get to the level of a Ridley Scott, Chris Nolan, who's an excellent director of villains, and you know, Peter Jackson, who's also an excellent director of villains. Any one of those guys would have done a Star Wars sequel trilogy beautifully, and we got whatever the hell this is. A lazy, poorly written, mediocre at best, garbage tier, 2 films, and then Solo, a Soy War story that you all know how I feel about that. Then we have this fan film, Vader, Shards of the Past. It is well written, well executed, well directed and executed, well acted, beautifully made. You get in more into the struggle that Vader was having, being Vader. Okay, and that is what makes it special, and it was inspired. If you want to create beautiful art, you need to be inspired. Okay, it has to be organic. It cannot be a political message. I mean, here's the deal: despite how beautifully made a film is, Triumph of the Will, it's still a piece of shit movie because it's not inspired. Political movies are not inspired, and if they are, they're inspired propaganda, and that doesn't make a really great movie. Okay, and what we got in The Last Jedi is uninspired political propaganda and a piece of shit movie. Okay, what we get in Vader is a beautifully worked, inspired piece of art made by someone who loves Star Wars, who is a fan, who respects George Lucas, respects the characters, respects the lore and the mythology, and it's for the fans, okay? And that's why it's better than anything Disney could ever come up with, because there's no poll taking, means testing bullshit either. It is a simple, well-written, inspired film. And I for one cannot wait to see the second part. Okay? In fact, Star Wars theory has inspired me to get back into my own writing, my own fan fiction. You want a solo origin story? I'll give you one. Okay? That's how big I think this movie is. And, you know, Disney would be well to fire everybody in the story group and bring a bunch of people who care about Star Wars and don't have a political agenda to rework the sequels, to rework everything. Okay? Because what they got ain't working, and Star Wars theory just proved it. Well done, bravo, Star Wars theory. You did an excellent job, and I can't wait to see the second part. So this is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy. Hey guys, it's Steph. Hope you enjoyed that. I actually read Ichibaka's blog at the end of this, and leave a comment about the video and about the blog. I'm gonna talk more about the blog later. I'm really steamed. I'm really angry. To me, as far as I'm concerned, Hidalgo really does need to be fired. I mean, he needs to go. And he needs to go now. Okay? Because what he said was so beyond insulting and vulgar. I can't even imagine. And what a jackass. Anyway, just read the blog. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you around the galaxy.